blog, and so on. And here we can see basic descriptions of Web 2.0. It's blogging, new technologies, free web services. There's a Google base, wikis, and other collaborative applications, interactive encyclopedias and dictionaries, dynamic state contents, which is compared to static site content, ease of data creation, modification, or data deletion by individual users, and their advanced games, and so on. So as we live in digital age, and our students are live with those technologies, we as teachers also should try to keep up with those news. That's why we should use tools that were created, and they are called Web 2.0 tools. And it's from blogs to wikis to incredible presentations and video tools that we can use during our classes. Their technology, media skills, and technical skills are integrated into common core state standards. And there are many Web 2.0 tools that can help us to integrate or to improve these standards. And after students master these skills, which are here, I will talk about them later, then they are prepared for university or for their further career. So students should master effective communication, collaboration, and team, creating and creative thinking, and gathering and analyze of information. And we as the teachers should help them to improve these skills by using Web 2.0 tools. So first of all, it's effective communication. As we all know, it's very important to know how to communicate effectively in many aspects or ways of our lives. In our, many employees are looking for individuals who masters these communication skills, which are writing, listening, speaking, and reading. Students every day communicate. It's, for example, on Facebook or social networks, and to stay in touch with friends and with other people. And we as a teacher should combine this recreative communicating and writing, and somebody combine it and improve their skills, so they will be able to write to in any other aspects, not only on Facebook and chatting, but we should improve these writing skills at schools and in classrooms. So they will be able to communicate also beyond the classes. So to build effective communication skills, students should be able to communicate by digital media environment and support personal and grouping learning. Then they should be able to use appropriate digital media and environments for sharing efficient and effective information. And they should be able to choose various media and formats depending on audiences for showing ideas and thoughts. Here are some icons of tools that can be used to improve effective communications. First, we can see Mixbook. There is, for example, it's for creating ebooks, supporting communication, collaboration, and also creativity. Then there is My Story Maker. It's digital storytelling for young students. And do you use any of these tools for teaching? Okay. So you can continue. Then there is collaboration skills. As we all know, when we talk about collaboration, it's when two or more people work together and they try to accomplish a common goal. Working in groups is nowadays considered as very effective, as many people can come with better ideas than if individuals work just by themselves in isolation. So to build good team collaboration skills, students should learn how to work effectively in group with different type of people, including people from various cultures, then make compromise with other team members to reach common goal, be flexible, and be responsible as team member working toward the defined goal. It means that as we work in team, we should be more responsible because it's group and the results is like also others. Like the results is from others, from more people. You know, like you should be responsible. Then we have tools, Collaborate Classroom. It's a safe collaborative learning platform, and Digo, a powerful collaborative research tool. Do you know these tools? Have you ever worked with this? No. Then there are creative skills. Creativity is nowadays very important. It's an ability to produce new, diverse, and unique ideas. It's in this 21st century, creative skills and critical thinking skills are very important. Creativity in classroom, we should not only try to support creativity in art and music classes, as we need creativity in all kinds of works, not only by musicians must be creative, but in general in our occupation. So our students should to improve their creative skills, they should be able to develop and communicate new ideas to other people, be open to new ideas to other people, and to make interesting and useful contributions based on original ideas. So we have some tools, for example, Smilebox. It's 21st century digital storytelling. Then there's Comic Master, maybe you know it, Peter, don't know. The Animoto, it's creating videos. Critical thinking skill, critical thinking. It's an investigating issues that they are not clearly defined, or they don't have clear-cut answers. Together with creativity, as I already told, they are very important and they support each other, as creativity is like with we came to new ideas, and with critical thinking it helps us to evaluate ideas and to add them importance and value. We should teach our students to critical thinking skills, and today students have access to many information, but they don't know if they are important, and most of them are not important, and we should learn them to evaluate them and analyze those information, and then to use them effectively. And students need to learn, use various kinds of reasoning, deductive, inductive, to understand situation, then to analyze complex system and understand those smaller parts and how they work together and support the system. Then it's gain relevant information and select appropriate criteria and identifying alternatives to make reliable choices. We also have some some tools. It's DocSteach, Wordle, Bubble. We already work with Bubble today in demo. Then information literacy, it's the ability to recognize needed information and then to locate, evaluate, and effectively use it, this needed information. Students must be able to analyze, gather, and organize information in many different forms. It should be, information literacy should be taught in content areas, not as an isolation. And today, students need to gather information effectively and efficiently from a wide range of sources, evaluate information for accuracy, use information creatively and appropriately, and think of the ethical and legal issues. Like, they should know if they can use some information they get and how to use them. Tools that can be used to improve this information literacy skill is AskIt. It's search engine developing information literacy and critical thinking skills. Then it's Pinterest and Canvas. And do you know any of these? Yes? Which one do you know? Which one? And can you tell us something about this too?
Well, yes. I mean, I use it like a lot. You have all kind of words depending on your interest, and you can put there any picture or video you find on the internet. You can pin it on that board.
So do you use it often?
Yes, because it's really useful, because you don't have to save everything in your laptop. You just bring it there, and there you can use it from any laptop.
Okay.
Any device.
Thank you. Is there any somebody you said?
Yeah, I'm using teachers usually.
Okay.
I use it for learning because there are a lot of instructions and how to do it, how to paint it, how to draw it in the art section. So it can be useful for me.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so we can continue. Alternative assessment, there are all assessments that are not traditional paper, pencil test. This type of assessment is kind of, there are more open-ended questions, not just true, false tests and the multiple choices test. There are many tools that can help us as a teacher to alternative assess a student. With them, we can check students at the beginning, then they're improving during the studying, and then the final assessment at the end. So we can see the development and how they reach the information. For example, at schools, we can use Glockster and WebDoc to reflect. Students can reflect what they learned, and they put their key points of learning and vocabulary and favorite activities. Or we can use Wordle to create a word cloud with keywords. So now we have Web 2.0 as tools. There is, I think, 9 categories. There are audio tools, desktop publishing, drawing tools, graphical tools, mind maps, presentation, productivity, storytelling, and video tools. So do you use any of these tools in your classrooms, teachers? Audio, video tools. What else? presentations, I mean, of course. Okay. So audio tools, we use them in for several purposes. For example, when teacher has presentation, he can use those audio tools and he can voice himself and then, for example, put it on the internet, or if there is a class at some web page or blog or something like that. And if students study and they stuck in doing homeworks or when they study for exams, they can just hear it and listen all the instruction how to solve the problem. For example, in math, how to solve something. So here are some tools that can be used. Do you use any of these tools in classes? So which one, for example? Skype. And how do you use it in classes?
Normally, whatever. I used it once with a kid that couldn't go to the school, and we use a computer and video the class, and
he could watch all
the class using the Skype. It was an interesting experience.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yes.
Okay, what about the others? Do you use any of these or anything else that you use as audio tools? No? Okay. So then there are desktop publishing. It's defined as using personal computer with page layout software to create publication documents or books. Then there are many, as we can see, many Web 2.0 tools that can help us to do this easier and to distribute it to the worldwide audiences. It means also by using this desktop publishing that many people, like more people than one, can work on one project. For example, we will talk about Mixbook, and it's about creating one book by, for example, whole class. And then we see a result as one project, and everybody work on it online. So do you use any of these? You guys? No. So do you use teachers? Or no? Then there are drawing tools. It's, of course, drawing. You can draw anywhere. If you, there are many tools. Again, like we can see, we can draw anywhere, anytime when there is internet, and then we can put it online. We can also use it, for example, Sketchcast. It's program when we can, for example, solving math problem, and we can also put their audio and put it on the internet, and then, as I said, with the example in maths, solving some problem, and then put it on the blog, and students, when they will be study for exam, they can see it again, and if they don't understand something, then they will understand it. So SumoPaint, Artpad, Wordle, do you use them? No?
Wordle, yes, used Wordle.
Which one?
Wordle.
Yes, and how do you use it?
To illustrate, make covers,
Mm-hmm.
to create a cloud, a word cloud.
And your students like it?
Yes.
It's something interesting, something new. Then there are graphical tools. Of course, it's for students. It's very good because it's something new to create some graphical stuff. And there are many Web 2.0 tools for free, and they can create anything. with the graphical. So then there's big huge labs, Pixelnet, Lunapix, Funky. Do you use this kind of Photoshop? Then there are mind maps. We already know everything about mind maps. Presentations. It's very important part to express information and deliver information to the public. There are, like now, new technologies helps us not only slide to slide presentations, but we can use we can put audio, video, many pictures to our presentation, specific effects. As we can see, there are slide rocket, Prezi, Otto. Can you tell us something? I think Peter today showed us working in Prezi, so can you tell us something about this?
Well,
why do you use it compared to PowerPoint? I mean, like most of us use PowerPoint.
It's more interesting presentation platform than the PowerPoint. You have a lot more options to present your ideas, and you have more options to visualize it, to make it more interesting. As you have saw, there were pictures rotating all around and zooming in, zooming out. The animation also, it's more fun to make. So it's not really work just to type.
Like not here, just like slide.
But I think it's more appealing for the audience to whom you are presenting. I think it's a great program.
Okay. Any others ideas? What kind of tools do you use to present? Slideshare. Okay, thank you. Then it's productivity. There are many tools that help us and to make our work easier when we want to spreadsheet some presentations, and if we want to store our data, and then everybody can find it on the internet, like from home, from work, you can find all the information that you need. So there, for example, class tools, Just Too Easy, Zoho, Google Docs. What tool do you use when you want to store some Google Docs? And can you tell us something about this program? Why do you use it, and what are the advantages or benefits of this? Why do you use it?
When you work in team, you can work online in the same time, in the same document. It's very, very interesting.
Okay. Bella, do you want to add something?
It's a great advantage because we can see to the documents at any time, anywhere, if you have the internet, of course. And it's the advantage that Carlos said. I can work at the same document at the same time that my colleague is doing. In our school, we only almost use only the shared documents in the Google Docs. So using it right, it's a big advantage, and we can consult in Austria or in Portugal or in Germany, in any part of the world.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else?
I use Webnot, but not for entirely educational reasons. So we publish the University Scientific Journal through this webpage. We use the more advanced level, which is 0.4, so we need to pay for it. But it's a very good tool, very intuitive, very simple, comfortable to use. Right.
Thomas? Can you? Yeah, looking at it.
Right now I'm a little bit stressed because I wasn't. I'm sorry, I wasn't here, and I don't want to.
No, but you're just looking at it like, I know it.
Well, I can just read Google Docs, so it's something about working together. There is written productivity. Give me a second.
Okay, thank you. Then we have storytelling tools. I think they are very interesting for students, and they can show their creativity and they can develop their skills, as they can say story using words, pictures, animation, videos, and sometimes audios. For example, we can see Make Belief's Comics Go Animate, which, for example, Go Animate is online tools for creating cartoons and animation, and I think it's for children. It can be very interesting to make such a or use these tools. Do you use any of these tools? Or do you like?
I have several colleagues from the kindergarten that use the My Story Maker.
My Story Maker?
And I saw some the words.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
I think that can be very nice. Like children and young students can really appreciate this, and also older students. And the last tool is video tools. It can bring something new to our classes, as we can, for example, using video conferencing software, we can call somewhere and see how does it and communicate with other students, with students from another countries, and from with professors, and it can maybe motivate students as they see how does it work abroad, and see that there's something different. And then there are tools that students can create videos and put their text, graphic, musics, and everything what they want, and it looks so professional. And there are tools that are for free, so it can be really fun. So there's Kids YouTube, Animoto, Skype. I think that most of us know Skype and we use it, but I don't know, maybe not for teaching or studying. But what, for example, you teachers? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Anyone else? You don't have to say anything.
No, I've been saying because
Okay, you can say something.
The tool, I'm using the tool that we were using for the online conferences, this Meet Jitsi. It's a very nice tool for online conferences.
There are many of them, I just couldn't put all of them here.
There's also a very nice tool I would like to mention. Probably a lot of you know Adobe Connect. There's an alternative group which is called Big Blue Button. Very nice name, but difficult to pronounce. Big Blue Button. Big Blue Button.
Okay. And now I've chosen one tool. It's called Mixbook. I already told about it. It's one of the desktop publishing tool. It's a great way to engage students in the classroom. It's when we want to make some project or book, we can use this tool. That I think it's much more interesting for students. They can work all together on this one book online. It promotes communication, creativity, collaboration, so it improves all these skills. It can be, as I said, created individually or by more students. So I want to show you a short video of the result of using Mixbook. Wait.
Mixbook is a fun and easy way to engage students and parents while building school spirit. Make completely customizable photo books, yearbooks, cards, or calendars with students and colleagues from any computer with internet access. Using the Mixbook editor is easy. You can edit photos, play with type, and add embellishments right in your project. Select from our pre-made designs or create your own. Choose from our hundreds of stickers to give your project that perfect personal touch. With Mixbook, there are no contracts, no commitments, and no fees to create and share projects amongst students, faculty, and parents online. Cut costs on paper, printing, and art supplies. If you decide to print a project, we offer an educator discount on top of our already low prices. Whether you're creating a storybook, history project, or even a cookbook for a fundraiser, Mixbook can help. So, how will you use Mixbook?
So as it was said in the video, you can use it in maths or, for example, it can be a book about famous Americans, about explorers, about some historical event, or about science, 3D shapes, 2D shapes, about everything. And I think it's very nice tool and very useful. And yeah, so that's it from my side. Last slide.
Thank you very much, Denisa. I think it was a very useful presentation because I didn't know almost any tool that you mentioned, and for the future I'm going to use some of the zero you said in the presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
It can be very useful for us as teachers in English. I mean, this book, for example, to do presentation of projects and
Yeah, they have everything important in that one book.
to develop this collaborative everything.
Thank you. I saw something. Okay, Tim, sorry.
No, no worries. Yeah, I've tried some of your tools, so could you recommend some of them? Especially perfect because you showed like 10 for each, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I showed many of them, but
like
I haven't tried it yet,
okay.
honestly. But if I'll be teacher, I will definitely use them because I think it's very useful and interesting, and it makes classes like more fun and for students more interesting. So.
And it's mixbook.com?
Yes.
Okay, because it's all paid here, and I was.
Yeah, and it's for free. It's for free, and you can just log in and work on your Mixbook.
Is it able to build those books together there?
Sorry?
Is it possible to build with Mixbooks those books together as a collaborative project?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. I think there are more just people log in, and there is one mail, and they all log in at that mail, and then they work on that project of Mixbook together.
Any other questions?
Maybe you could share with us your presentation because you have so many important information.
Or maybe I can send it to you.
And I'm going to Google on it. Yes, I would like to.
I can send it to you, or
Yes,
I'm going to collect anyway all the presentations.
Okay.
Put them to the names and maybe one more idea, because Tim asked about experience and trying some software. Maybe we could also do it like this, that if you try a software, just send something to the mailing list, your experience, what you found out about the software.
And maybe we can create Mixbook from links.
Don't be shy, because Daria also asked me that mailing list is made to be used. So you can really send something there. Well, you don't have to spend 1,000 mails a day or something like that. But it's really, you are warmly invited, and please use it. It's for us. And don't be shy. And just if you try some of those programs which I mentioned, send some kind of feedback to all of us. I guess we all appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Comments?
If not, thank you very much, Denisa, again.